Hey, this is a small little tutorial to show how to add some title text or, well, some nice looking text on a thumbnail using a free program called the Gimp. And it's pretty sweet. I've been using it for like 10 years. It's really awesome now, even better than it ever was. But anyways, latest version, if you go over to gimp.org, you can grab it, and it is 2.10.32. I have version 2.10.8 on here right now, which is fine. It should look pretty much the same. You may have to hover over some of the little icons to see what they say, because they may look a little different, because I think I chose some sort of a preference thing where I had the old style. I switched from the new style to the old style. Anyways, it's pretty easy. One way you can easily do it is just click on the A here for text, and you can just click and start typing and just put a title here. And you have a title, and when you click on this this like quadruple arrow thing, that's the move button. You can click on that, or just press M for move, and then you just click on the text. You can drag it around to wherever you want it, and then you just have to go up to layer and merge down, and then it'll like stamp it down. So it was 2 layers before, and it smacks it down into 1 layer. So now this is all just 1 layer here. But anyways, or you could leave it up there too if you want to keep messing around with it. You can still leave it up here. And you go File, and then you would go Export. Export as. But you can also, this is how I make nicer looking text that actually has a little bit of color to it, and with an outline. It always looks nicer. So I'm going to show how to do that one right now. So to do that, we actually need another image. So we're going to make another image here. We're just going to go to File and then New. I'm just going to use the same size, 1920 by 1080. That's the size you want for YouTube thumbnails, or 1280 by 720. But I would recommend the 1920 by 1080. That's also called 1080p. That's the size you want usually. And we're just going to click on the A here again to get this thing back. I like to have it at size 250. I find it's a good size to have. It's always usually a bit big for what you need, but you can shrink things, and shrinking them looks better than making them bigger. So we're just going to use that. So over on the side here, there's a little button or a little toggle you can put on called Use Editor. We're just going to click that on, just so we have a little thing, a little pop-up thing that we can see when I'm typing. It'll make it a bit easier. Anyways, so we're just going to put in the title here. Let's see, what should we call this? All right, I don't know. How to make thumbnail text with GIMP. I don't know if that's a good title or not, but we can go with that one. So I'm going to go right back to the start here again, right at the beginning. And because sometimes using this method, it might cut off a little bit of the beginning or the end of the text. So I like to put a little spacer in. I put a comma and then a space at the front, and then at the end, space, space, and a comma. Just so there's like a little buffer. So if it cuts off anything, it'll be a bit of this comma, and then I can just have some nice space around here. But also, because we're using gradients, we're also going to be having to put a space above and a couple spaces below. I like to put like 1 space above and like 3 below, or something like that. Next, we should pick a color. I think the outline will be black, so we'll leave that as black. And for the color that we're going to fill it in with, let's make it, I don't know, how about like a kind of a red color? Is that a good color? That might be all right. We'll do this. There we go. Black and red. So next thing we do, we go up to File, and we go to Alpha to Logo, because we want to move this text thing over here, right? So we're going to go up here while everything is still selected too, right? If you click off of it or whatever, just click on the text and the A again and click back in here, and you'll be clicked back in the text box. So go File, Filters, then we go Alpha to Logo, and then we go Glossy. Then in here, I like to go with like a 7 for the outline size. And for the outline blend gradient, we're going to go right up to the top here. And we're going to use foreground to background hard edge. So it's going to be exactly like it looks right here, actually. Right here. The top half is going to be black, and the bottom half is red. So when it's outlining this, it's only going to be showing the black for the outline. So that's good. As if you use a gradient, you'll actually get the whole gradient throughout the outline and the infill and everything, which is fine. But it's just it's fun to mess around with this too. I would say you definitely mess around with this and have some fun with it. But for this one, we're just going to show this because it's easy to make it look kind of nice. So then we're going to go the text part here. We're going to go and do the exact same, select the same thing. Then we're going to hit reverse so that it's like the red is on this side and the black is on this side. And this will make sure that it fills the top in red, which is the inside part. So here we go. Let's see if it works. Alright, it kind of worked. I forgot that it actually doesn't fill it in with the color you select, but it will make it a solid white. But there's a way to fill it in, and I'll show you how to do that now. So just next thing we do is, because we have all these different layers, it's like 5 layers here. And it's nice, it has a little shadow and everything, but we want it all selectable. So we're gonna, and we want to get rid of the background here and everything. So we're gonna, on the right here, right click and go down to delete layer on the background. We're going to do the same thing with background number 1, delete layer. Then for this one with the 3 dots or the ellipses, we're going to merge down so that it like slaps it down. Then we're going to merge down this top one, the drop shadow. And now it's all one layer. So that's good because now we can select the text. So in order to select just the white, not the black, we're going to use up here, we're going to use select by color tool. Just going to click that. We're going to click the left mouse button and hold in and drag. And if you look on the left there, the threshold is increasing. And I don't know if you can notice, but the amount things being selected is also increasing on the white there. Some of the I'll show you. I'll zoom in. See, as I drag it to the right, it selects more and more little bits, more and more pixels that include stuff that's not exactly white pixels, but they're like close. So anyways, drag it over to around like 150. I guess I could have just clicked in here and said like 150. Anyways, it doesn't matter, whatever. Yeah, it's all selected now. Everything is selected. So now I can just go paint fill. Just drop the old paint bucket in there. Now, I want to, zooming out here a bit. Now I want to take part of this for the top and part of it for the bottom. So I just use the box select here. We're going to select this top part here and just go up here, cut, or you can use the hotkeys if you know them. There, we just click up here and swap over to here, put it down here. Now, see, it's too big, so we're going to shrink it a little bit with this here. This is the scale tool. I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit, just kind of like that. Click on scale, and now you can press M for move, or click up here on the arrows. That's also move. It's just there's so many hotkeys, and once you learn the hotkeys, it's so fast to use this thing. You can go up into layer and anchor layer. That's the same as merge down pretty much. Or if you ever see the anchor beside the little cursor there, you can just click anchor and see that's there. And now we'll just go get the rest of our thing. We'll select this other part. And the reason this background is all looking all crazy like this is because it's a transparent background. So when we select this, there's no background that comes with it, so it's nice and clean. We can put it on anything. So now we're going to paste. Well, is that too big? I don't know. Let's move it down a bit, and we'll see how it looks. How to make thumbnail text with Gimp. That looks unusual, but we're going to keep it, because why not? Why not? And, yeah. Okay, well that's it. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that nice? We made this nice thumbnail with this text. It looks way better than just like clicking on here and saying like how to make thumbnail. You know, you got these nice outlines, a little bit of shadow and stuff like that. Anyways, a couple of little ways to do thumbnail text for stuff. Make sure you mess around with the in the glossy with the different gradients if you want and things like that. It's fun to mess around with this kind of thing. But then all you do is you file and you export as, and you make sure to save it as whatever you want, .jpg, and just anyways, that's it for this thing. So there you go. I hope this helps. If you like this video, if you found it helpful or whatever, hit the thumbs up and maybe leave a comment below. If you need help with anything else, leave a comment. Maybe I'll make another video. Anyways, have a good one. See you later.